Welcome, this is the Nerds Next Door, and this is our review of Silicon Valley Comic Con. We only went on Sunday, but it's 3 days long. We went on the Sunday. It was the least popular day, but it was less crowded, so we got to see some cool stuff. What was your favorite thing, Lee?
I actually didn't enjoy this one. My favorite thing was seeing my 3 friends at the convention, and one of my friends dressed like Nathan Drake, so that was really cool. Last year was the better one for me because they had like a full arcade thing going on. They had more artists in the artist alley, and they weren't cramped in one spot, which I felt like they pushed them in the furthest room, kind of cramped away. And this one didn't do anything. I was like ready to go like 2 hours after I got there.
Yeah, last year was better. They used like more of the convention center, and they used like the park outside. They had like a whole like stand-up comedy and live bands. And last year they had like a dog fashion show.
They had the PS experience going on.
Well, like we played VR and stuff. That's all last year, but what made it worth it for a lot of people there is they had a lot of celebrities, but I can't afford no autographs, so that wasn't there for us. But I think if you were there for autographs, it was more worth it for your time.
Dude, you should have scored Stan Lee's autograph this time around.
Yeah, that's like the good thing, that when Stan Lee was there, Christian Ritter was there. There was a lot of bigger names there, but also I noticed that, like, I don't know if you saw that, but they cut off like a large portion of the hall where last year was like more stuff. They cut that off for like the autographs and stuff, so it was a big portion for the autographs, and they had a whole other portion for the bigger celebrities. So like Stan Lee was in a whole other room, in that big room we're in. It was a whole other room. It was mostly just a long line to see Stan Lee. But it's also because my friend Giants Fett, he was there. He cosplays as like a giant, like Boba Fett, but like Giants, the baseball team, Boba Fett.
Oh.
But he was there all 3 days. He told me that on the first day, there was two or three guys that wanted to get stuff signed by Stan Lee, and they each had 100 items. So that delayed everybody else's autograph because they wanted to get their like stuff signed, which you got to pay for like $50 per item extra. So they spent like a couple $1,000s just to get him to sign stuff. And he was like there. Stan Lee's there all day. He's not young. He's signing a bunch of stuff.
Okay, but we're still not gonna pretend that's like a really hard activity, man. Come on.
Stan Lee's about 100 years old, okay?
He's not that old where he can't handle some.
For an older person, you can get carpal tunnel easily.
Oh my God.
But the thing
more
was,
faith than Stan the man.
But the thing was that they should have put a per limit item on what you get signed, because those guys, they hogged up a lot of time for other people that had to like wait and come back the next day just to get the autograph that they paid for. Which I think probably now they'll put a limit on like 5 items or 10 items, because like 100 items is like, that's gonna take him hours to sign stuff, and like the pen probably ran out of ink and he had to switch pens and stuff. But that was a good thing. If I had the money, I would have got a Stan Lee autograph too, because that's just a cool thing to have.
I was gonna book one autograph thing the day I bought our tickets, but it was sold out by then. There was no way we were gonna make it in there.
Yeah, like it was already sold out on Friday, all the Stan Lee autographs. But that was one cool thing. There was a couple cool stuff. If you're like trying to collect toys, they had like some like kind of rare Funko Pops there. They had like every Overwatch character there, like every launch Overwatch character there, even like the big Reinhardts and big Winstons and stuff, and the big Divas. But that was cool toys and stuff. But it wasn't. It's kind of, if you go to a lot of cons, that's just kind of the common stuff they have. But there wasn't too many stuff that was like, besides the autographs, there wasn't too many things that you can only see at Silicon Valley Comic Con.
The art there was amazing. There were plenty of really excellent and beautiful artwork, and lots of people collected a few cards, but they were all cramped in one room, the furthest room at the exhibit hall. So you may as well have not had them if you're gonna stow them away where most people wouldn't even want to walk. But
yeah, that wasn't like it's kind of your artist in the corner or whatever.
And the only real complaint I had is there was no arcade like last year. That was a big thing. I was super excited for it when we were driving down there because I wanted to see if I could beat my high score from last year. They had like, I don't know, 6 games, and then they had Guitar Hero, and you had to pay for each one, which is not a problem, but 6 games in a convention room full of people, it's not enough space. Not too many people.
Like last year, they probably had like 20 or 30 arcade cabinets there, and they were free to play. And this year they had like 6, and you got to pay for them. Which they had a couple consoles set up, but like almost all of them were playing Dragon Ball Z, which that's a cool game. But to me it was better last year, and they had like a big circle of arcade games. Same thing like San Francisco Comic Con had this year. They had like a lot of arcade games and stuff, and like even Fanime has like a really big game room where they have like board games and Jenga and like a bunch of arcades and stuff. But at Silicon Valley, it was like the 3 arcades over here, 3 machines over there, a pinball machine, and Guitar Hero, and that was it.
I'm not a pinball wizard.
And there was some cool cosplayers there, but I think most of the cosplayers came on Friday and Saturday, and they probably kind of saw all they needed to see, and probably just people kind of sat out on Sunday. Especially because if you got a 3-day badge, people might come just to, I paid for it, I'm gonna go there. But if you had like some complicated costume and stuff, I don't know if you wanted to put it on for a 3rd day to see what was there.
No.
So that was actually what we got. We got some giant USB
switch cords.
Yeah, USB switch cords. So they have like different colors and they have like a lifetime warranty. We got some cool like what are they, truffles? Yeah, so you got some Batman truffles. I got some Avengers ones.
You can check that out on our Instagram. Shameless plug right here.
And then what else? And I got like a comic book, postal comic book from Top Cow Comics.
I bought a Nintendo lanyard just because I needed a lanyard.
Well, that was it. They had cool art and stuff too, but we didn't pick up anything.
It was too crowded to stop and enjoy the artwork because they don't take care of the foot traffic the way they should. Like we said before, WonderCon, I don't want to keep comparing. WonderCon is a bigger venue, way more people, but there's constant flow of traffic. You stop for 1 second at the Silicon Valley Comic Con twice now, then you're gonna cause a traffic jam of people and just be like, how did this happen? And you're like bumping with people trying to get out. It turns into Ultimate Ninja Warrior to get your way out.
Also, one thing they had like this guy, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a guy at a booth that sold like rings, and what he was doing is he had like a pull-up bar. And it was like, you pay $10, and if you can hold on for 100 seconds, you can win $100. But I wanted to try it, but I wasn't sure if I could do it. But I'm gonna try it just to see how much I can do here, and the next time I'm gonna do some training. Next time we win some money.
Okay.
But that was our review of Silicon Valley Comic Con.
We look forward to it next year.
Yeah, I'll have like a video. I took some videos of some cosplayers and stuff. I'll upload that later. But thanks for watching. This is the Nerds Next Door. Peace out.